And here's a look at the latest data that's been put out by the Health Ministry on the number of cases in India of coronavirus. The active cases at this point in the country stands at 3,851. The death toll, unfortunately, has risen to 111 from 109 yesterday. We're breaking down also the worst affected states so far. Maharashtra continuing to grapple with this crisis. 647 active cases have been reported in the state. 45 deaths have been reported in Maharashtra. The state of Tamil Nadu has 558 active cases of COVID-19. 5 deaths have been reported in the state so far. Over to the national capital, where the number of active cases has soared to 497 and 7 deaths have been reported in the capital. This is the data as of 6:30 this morning released by the Health Ministry. And as we continue to get you the latest updates on the coronavirus outbreak and the crisis here in the country, here's a roundup of all the top 5 developments that we're tracking. After Bollywood actor Shaza Morani, her sister Zoya Morani has also tested positive for coronavirus. Both have been put in isolation and are in close observation at Mumbai's Nanavati Hospital. Their father Karim Morani confirmed to India Today group that both his daughters are still in hospital. "167 people from Noida who have a travel history abroad are missing. The health department officials have not yet found their address, but the search is still on. Noida is currently the worst hit in Uttar Pradesh with 58 active cases. Tripura recorded its first coronavirus case on Monday. The patient is from Udaipur and is currently undergoing treatment at the Agartala Government Medical College. Her travel itinerary and the other trails are currently being identified. States have announced various incentives for healthcare workers who are fighting coronavirus from the front lines. The Telangana government yesterday announced 10% special incentives for healthcare staff, while Goa has given a special insurance cover of up to 50 lakh rupees to staff working at quarantine facilities. 2,500 coaches have been converted into isolation wards by the railways so far. 40,000 isolation beds are now ready for contingency. On an average, 375 coaches are being converted by the Indian Railways in a day. The work is being carried out at 133 locations in the country. So many perceiving that reaction from Donald Trump as a threat to India. We'll have to see how the government responds. Let's focus now on what's happening in India. There's just a week left for the scheduled end of the nationwide lockdown, and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is likely to hold a crucial meeting on the lockdown exit plan today. This comes on the back of an empowered group meet led by Home Secretary yesterday. Prime Minister Modi, remember, had formed an empowered committee on strategic issues related to the lockdown. The meeting was held to discuss the pros and cons of a lockdown exit plan. In a 3-pronged strategy, the government discussed the options of containment of hotspot clusters, phased opening of non-hotspot economic markets, and also the pushing of a good business continuity plan at various levels. The states, meanwhile, are divided on the lockdown exit plan. The Uttar Pradesh government has stated that it is not possible for the lockdown to be lifted soon, given the increasing number of cases. Telangana, on the other hand, said that 21 days is not enough and that the lockdown should continue for the next few days as well. The Assam government is considering to start a permit system for entry after the lockdown ends.
"13 days of national lockdown, 8 more days to go." As India counts down to April the 14th, the one question on every mind is, what next? The Home Secretary today held a crucial meeting of an empowered committee at North Block to discuss the exit strategy. Officials from the Niti Aayog, Ministries of Civil Aviation and Railways, Agriculture and Industry, and trade representatives were part of the meeting. India Today has accessed exclusive details of the Modi government's plan on lifting the lockdown. In his meeting with chief ministers last week, the Prime Minister asked each state to present a report after assessing the ground situation. Sources tell India Today that the chief ministers are expected to submit their reports by the 10th of April. Cabinet ministers have been tasked with talking to district magistrates and SSPs of each area to help plan the future course of action. Sources have also told India Today that it won't be a complete lifting of curbs post 14th of April. The centre and states are likely to go in for a phase-by-phase relaxation. COVID-19 hotspots in each state will be completely shut off. And Section 144 that bars gathering of more than 4 people at a time may still be imposed across the country. The government is also likely to keep interstate transport suspended. For people who are stuck in different states and want to travel back home, special permission may be required. They may also be required to get tested for COVID-19 before travelling from one state to another. Rail and flight operations are already suspended till the 30th of April and the situation is not expected to change. The biggest challenge post the 14th of April will be to ensure that people don't come out in large numbers once restrictions are lifted. India could possibly take some lessons from Wuhan, where life is slowly limping back to normal. Steel and car manufacturing factories have resumed operations in central China. Shopping malls too have reopened, but they continue to remain empty. But the movement of Wuhan residents still remains strictly controlled. In India too, life won't completely go back to normal. While India has been praised by the WHO for how it has handled the crisis thus far, expect an unusual amount of due diligence before any major changes can take place.
1.3 billion Indians are wondering, will the lockdown stay or go after April 14th? Right now, there are no clear answers. But there is clarity on one thing. The restrictions or relaxation after April 14th will depend on the quality and depth of adherence by all of us Indians to the lockdown. We will reap what we sow in the coming days. With Bureau Input, Rahul Srivastava for India Today.
Taking this across to Munish Pandey, who's joining us live this morning for more details on exactly what the government's exit plan is. Munish, good morning. There's been a lot of talk about how there is a divide between states and the centre. Many state governments have spoken out saying that this lockdown must be extended to ensure that we, keep up the fight against coronavirus. But what is the centre's thinking here? Yes, there is an economic challenge that they must be thinking also about, but at the same time, they have to arrest the spread of coronavirus.
Good morning, Akshita. Remember last time when the Prime Minister spoke to all the states, there was a talk about how this lockdown should be lifted. But there are many states who are still receiving many patients of coronavirus who are COVID-19 positive. Now, those states are not in favor of lifting the lockdown completely. Now, for example, yesterday there was a press conference by the Principal Secretary of Uttar Pradesh, and there was a clear indication that if the COVID-19 positive patients are coming in, then there is no question of lifting the lockdown. In the same manner, there are other states, for example, Maharashtra, along with, Tamil Nadu. Now, those states are still receiving COVID-19 patients. And the chief ministers of those states are still worried if the lockdown is lifted, then there is going to be huge problem because the COVID-19 patients may, go untraceable. So that is why the states wants center to consider this. And even the central government has a priority of COVID-19. There is an economic crisis in the country. There are losses in the economic center, but at this point of time, along with the state governments, the first priority of the center government is to fight COVID-19. There was indication by Prime Minister Narendra Modi that even if the lockdown is lifted, it will be partial, state-wise, district-wise. So these are the plans the center and the state governments are considering at this point of time. But yes, the indications which we are getting from the center is that there will be some relaxation from April 14th, but it will be partial. It may be district-wise, it may be state-wise.
Okay.
But those who are receiving the COVID-19 positives, there may not be a lifting of lockdown as of now.
So states will also have a big say on exactly how this lockdown is going to be lifted. There's no doubt that it is going to be faced, and places where there has been a spike of coronavirus cases, perhaps there will be a continued lockdown after April 14th as well. Munish, thank you for joining us with all those details. Meanwhile, there's also a political fight that's playing out over funds to fight coronavirus. West Bengal Finance Minister Amit Mitra has written to the centre seeking immediate release of funds to fight COVID-19 pandemic. In a letter to Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, Mitra has expressed disappointment over the fact that the centre has sanctioned only 417 crore rupees for April, despite requests for an advance release of revenue deficit grants provided by the 15th Finance Commission. This comes 2 days after the Delhi government wrote to the centre complaining about being denied financial aid from the National Disaster Fund. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia also alleged neglectful treatment by the centre.
मामला सिर्फ इतना सा है कि केंद्र सरकार ने जब राज्यों को पैसा दिया, जो आपदा निवारण फंड है, आपदा के समय राज्यों में उन्होंने 17,000 करोड़ रुपए का आवंटन राज्यों को किया है। दिल्ली में भी बहुत बड़ी संख्या में जॉबलेसनेस पैदा हुई है। लोगों को घर में सरकार को, लोगों के पास घर नहीं है रहने को, फुटपाथ पर रहने वाले लोग हैं, उनके लिए हमने स्कूलों तक में नाइट शेल्टर बनवाए हैं। हमने खाना खिला रहे हैं हम लाखों लोगों को रोज़ाना। उसके अलावा और बहुत सारे नुकसान कोरोना की वजह से पूरे बोझ जो पड़ रहा है, तो जिस तरह से अन्य राज्यों को दिया था उसी तरह से दिल्ली को भी दिया जाना चाहिए था। मैंने उनको संज्ञान में लाने के लिए चिट्ठी लिखी है। इसमें कोई वो नहीं है कि कोई नेगेटिव फीलिंग या कुछ है, क्योंकि उनको दिल्ली को भी कंसीडर करना चाहिए। दिल्ली में भी कोरोना की इस वक्त आपदा है और बहुत बड़े पैमाने पर है एज़ कम्पेयर टू मैनी अदर स्टेट्स। इसलिए मैंने उनका संज्ञान में लाने के लिए बात लिखी है, बट आई एम श्योर कि वो इस बात को ध्यान देंगे भी।
The centre yesterday passed an ordinance to suspend the MP Local Area Development Fund scheme for 2 years and reduce the salaries of all MPs by 30% for 1 year, and that fund will be used to fight coronavirus. The opposition parties claim that this undermines the role of MPs, who will lose their voice and an instrument to manage distress at the micro level. Congress chief spokesperson Randeep Singh Surjewala has said that the MP Lad Fund is not the personal fund of MPs, and suspension of the fund will impact an MP's constituency. The Trinamool Congress also lashed out at the central government, claiming that its decision to temporarily suspend the MP Lad scheme was arbitrary and whimsical, as it would prevent MPs from carrying out development work in their respective areas.
A comprehensive decision has been taken to suspend the MP Lad, that is Local Area Development Fund of Members of Parliament, will remain suspended for next 2 years, that is 2021 and 22nd, and this is the very good beginning.
एमपी लोकल एरिया डेवलपमेंट फंड सांसदों का निजी कोष नहीं है। ये पैसा हर संसदीय क्षेत्र में जनता की भलाई के लिए, तरक्की के कार्यों के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जाने वाला पैसा है। अगर ये पैसा खत्म कर देंगे तो सीधे सीधे इसका प्रतिकूल प्रभाव एमपी के इलाके के लोगों और वहां की जनता पर पड़ेगा। इसलिए इसे रिस्टोर करिए।
Let's also get you the latest updates from Maharashtra, and particularly in Mumbai, where the number of coronavirus cases continue to surge, with the total cases now breaching the 500 mark. The number of cases in Mumbai has now reached 526, with 34 deaths being reported so far. The city recorded 4 new deaths on Monday. A tea seller near Matushri, the residence of Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, has tested positive, after which authorities have sealed the entire area. Additionally, 4 members of a family, including a 6-month-old baby with no foreign travel history or direct contact, tested positive in Mumbai's Kalyan. This as Maharashtra continues to remain the worst affected state in the country, with a total of 647 active cases. There have been a total of 45 deaths so far in the state. Maharashtra has 13 Tablighi Jamaat related positive cases. So Mumbai clearly is going through its worst nightmare, and now it's the frontline workers who are in the virus crosshairs. 2 of Mumbai's top hospitals have been declared now as containment zones. This after doctors and nurses tested positive for COVID-19.
Mumbai's battle against coronavirus just got tougher. Medical staff at the front line of the war is now in the virus crosshairs. 2 hospitals, Wockhardt and Just Lok, have stopped services like OPD and emergency, with more doctors and nurses testing positive for the virus. Both hospitals have been declared containment zones. More than 270 patients and nurses are now being tested at the 2 hospitals. At Wockhardt, over 25 nurses and 3 doctors have tested positive so far.
He was a 70-year-old patient admitted for angioplasty who tested positive later and passed away. The staff who came in contact with this patient tested positive. Later, a surgeon staying in Dharavi working at Wockhardt also tested positive. Following all this particular hospital, which is one of the most renowned hospital of Mumbai, has been declared as a containment zone.
The movement at these hospitals have been restricted and a complete lockdown is in place. 10 staff members, including 6 nurses at Just Lok Hospital, are positive. Experts have suggested stringent norms for PPE's kit for staff to avoid the spread of the virus.
A nurse reportedly tested positive from the Just Lok Hospital, Mumbai, and the patient she was treating, we have been told, did not have symptoms of COVID-19 or any travel history. Later, a ward boy from Just Lok Hospital staying at BDD Chaul, Worli, had also tested positive. This hospital in South Mumbai, one of the more renowned hospitals of Mumbai, has been now declared by the BMC as a containment zone.
Doctors and health workers getting infected is the worst nightmare that Mumbai could have. The city now faces the tough challenge of protecting its frontline corona warriors. With Tanushree Pandey in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
And the hunt for Tablighi Jamaat chief Maulana Saad is on as the number of coronavirus cases related to the Nizamuddin Markaz continues to rise across the country. On Monday, the Health Ministry said that at least 1,445 coronavirus cases in the country are linked to the Tablighi Jamaat event. 21 fresh cases in Uttar Pradesh and 10 fresh cases were reported from Delhi. Tamil Nadu remains the worst hit with a total of 570 cases linked to the Nizamuddin event. Over 25,000 people who came in contact with the Jamaatis have been quarantined across India. Test results are still awaited. Haryana Home Minister Anil Vij has now warned against action for those who are having any connection with Tablighi Jamaat, and if they fail to provide the information of, in fact, their involvement with Jamaat by 8th April. Now, the Delhi police has served a second notice to Maulana Saad seeking additional information from him pertaining to the congregation of Tablighi Jamaat in Delhi.
इस सभी जमातियों के सैंपल लेने के आदेश दे दिए मैंने. हमें उम्मीद है कि और भी छुपे हो सकते हैं. इसलिए हमने चेतावनी दी है कि 8 तारीख शाम 5 बजे तक अपने आप को जिला प्रशासन के सामने पेश कर दो, नहीं तो डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट एक्ट के तहत दी गई पावरों के तहत जो भी सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई, कानूनी कार्रवाई तुम्हारे साथ हो सकती होगी.
So, endless number of COVID-19 cases that are coming to light related to the Nizamuddin Markaz. New infections are also being reported on Monday from multiple states. The cases could even spike further as the test results of hundreds of Jamaatis who are in quarantine at this point are still awaited. Here's a report that's been filed by Munish Pandey and Arvind Oja.
India continues to see a surge in coronavirus cases linked to the Nizamuddin Markaz. On Monday, fresh cases were reported from multiple states including Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan. Tamil Nadu and Delhi remain the worst hit by infections generated by the Tablighi Jamaat event. The cases could spike as test results of hundreds of Jamaat members in quarantine are still to come.
सभी राज्य सरकारों के साथ गृह मंत्रालय ने एक मेगा अभियान द्वारा लगभग 25,500 से ज़्यादा लोकल टीजे कार्यकर्ता और उनके संपर्क में आए लोगों को पहचान करके उनका क्वारंटाइन किया है। जो 2083 फॉरेन टीजे वर्कर्स आइडेंटिफाई किए गए थे, उसमें से 1750 को हमने ब्लैकलिस्ट कर दिया है।
As the cases rise, Maulana Saad, the Amir of the Tablighi Jamaat, is still at large. On Monday, the Delhi police shot off a second notice to Saad seeking his reply.
As far as Maulana Saad is concerned, he maintains that because he is in self-quarantine, he do not have access to his laptop, computer or mobile phone, and that is why he can't provide the details. But as far as Delhi police is concerned, they maintains that this is just an excuse.
The Markaz's troubles are set to grow. The South Municipal Corporation of Delhi is probing the alleged illegal expansion of its building in Nizamuddin.
इस बिल्डिंग के अंदर करीब 1400 के करीब लोग इसमें अवैध रूप से रुके हुए थे और ये बिल्डिंग अवैध रूप से बनाई गई है। इसका कोई नक्शा नहीं पास है। जैसी हमें जानकारी मिल रही है, मैंने डीसी को इमीडिएटली ऑर्डर किया है कि इसके खिलाफ स्ट्रिक्टली एक्शन लेकर के इमीडिएटली सील किया जाए और इनके खिलाफ पुलिस FIR भी दर्ज कराई जाए जिन्होंने ये लापरवाही की है।
The worry of infections is not contained to only the Markaz. As a precautionary step, the Delhi police has sent 24 of its personnel from the Nizamuddin police station into quarantine. With Munish Pandey and Arvind Ojha in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
Welcome back. Well, the Shooting World Cup, scheduled to be held in Delhi next month, is the latest to join the list of many sporting events affected due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, the World Cup was originally scheduled to be held from March 15th to 26th, but was postponed barely 4 days before the start of the event. With coronavirus still very much active in the world, the organising committee was left with little option but to cancel the rifle, pistol and shotgun World Cups. But some of the biggest sporting events like the Tokyo Olympics, the European Championships and Wimbledon, among others, have either been postponed or cancelled due to the outbreak of the pandemic.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.